Welcome back to 90 Plus 1 Facts. Don't forget to smash that dusty subscribe button, tweet me your video suggestions, and let's get into 90 Plus 1 Facts about Pep Guardiola. 1. Pep's surname isn't actually Guardiola, but Salah. This is due to Spanish naming customs, so don't ask me how it works, because I have absolutely no bloody clue. 2. He was born in 1971, the same year that Disney World opened, Qatar gained independence, and Thatcher the Milk Snatcher ended free school milk for children. 3. Pep comes from that wealthy region of Spain that currently would quite like to bugger off, but more specifically, he's from the town Santpedor. 4. In honour of being a don at the whole football malarkey, his hometown of Cia Santpedor named the ground the Camp Municipal Josep Guardiola. 5. The town's council also named Guardiola their favourite son of the town. 6. Guardiola has 2 sisters and a younger brother called Pere, who is also his agent. 7. His brother has a 43.3% share in Girona, whilst Manchester City also own 44.3%. City have loaned a bunch of players there to use as a finishing school for future Pep players. 8. Guardiola met his wife when he was 18, but they only married in 2014. 9. His wife's family owns a clothing boutique, which might help explain Pep's fashionable attire. 10. Other people clearly think he looks cracking, as he featured on the front cover of Spanish GQ magazine. 11. He needed some new posh garms in 2015 when his erratic celebrations tore a hole in his trousers, causing him to show a cheeky bit of leg. 12. Pep is non-religious. I couldn't find why, so feel free to make your own guess for that one. 13. He was once a ball boy and was refused Michel Platini's signature. 14. Guardiola joined the famous La Masia Academy when he was 13 and made his debut in 1990 against Cadiz. 15. He actually rejected Barcelona after their first offer due to feeling unsettled, but came around at Barcelona's second attempt and signed in 1984. 16. Pep said he had decided not to pursue a football career if that second offer had never arrived. This world could have been one Pep Guardiola short. 17. Pep played as a defensive midfielder for his career, making 459 appearances and scoring 26 goals. 18. As a player for Barcelona, he won 6 La Ligas, 2 Copa del Reys, 4 Supercopa de Españas, 1 European Cup, 1 Cup Winners' Cup, and 2 UEFA Super Cups. 19. In total, he played for Barcelona, Brescia, Roma, Brescia again, Al Ahly, and Dorados de Sinaloa in his whole career. 20. After his stint with Al Ahly, Pep had a trial with Manchester City, but Stuart Pearce rejected the 34-year-old. Imagine that, Pep lining up with Trevor Sinclair, Georgios Samaras, Joey Barton and Darius Vassell. What a team. 21. He's played for the Spanish national team and also the Catalan national team. 22. He was able to play for both because Catalonia are not a part of FIFA or UEFA, so all their matches they play are just friendlies. 23. I'm pretty sure Pep would like them to be a legitimate international team one day, with Guardiola being a prominent advocate for Catalan independence. 24. In 2009, he received the Catalan of the Year award. Other winners include a concentration camp survivor and a cook. 25. The only international honour he does have is a cheeky Olympic gold medal from 1992. 26. In his playing days in Italy, he served a 4-month ban for a positive drug test, but was cleared after 2 appeals. 27. Before his move to Brescia, he was in talks to sign for Ancelotti's Juventus. Ancelotti was sacked just before the move, and Juve denied any talks and signed Nedved, Thuram and Buffon instead. 28. El Bold Fraud is currently the manager of the best club in the world, Manchester City. Yeah, that's right, f*** you all. But he's also managed Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Barcelona B. 29. He retired from playing in 2006 after an 18-year playing career. He went straight into management the following year with Barcelona B at the age of just 36. 30. He finished his first manager's job with a 65.79% win percentage. 31. Before he took the Barca B job, he said his ideal job would be working in the youth academy, and that he didn't have the pretension or the obsession to be at the top of management. 32. Frank Rijkaard was sacked as manager in 2008, and Guardiola clearly changed his mind from his previous statement and was promoted to the first team coach. 33. It worked as he won La Liga at the first time of trying, ending Barcelona's brief 2 years without the trophy. 34. He also won the Copa del Rey, Champions League, Supercopa de España, Super Cup and Club World Cup in his first Barcelona season. 35. Overall, he secured 14 titles in his time as manager of the famous Catalan club. 36. This unsurprisingly won him La Liga Coach of the Year for his 4 years in charge of the club. 37. After turning football on its head in 2008 with his tiki-taka football, he opted to take a gap year after the 2011-12 season.
I'm on my gap year at the moment. Yeah, I know, it's amazing.
38. When he left, the club essentially went into mourning. However, when he left as a player in 2001, he gave the club's president a day's notice and held a press conference all alone. 39. The second time he left Barcelona, it was due to an apparent lack of hunger. Barcelona offered him the youth team job again until he felt ready to return as first team coach. 40. However, he went to New York instead and engaged in such delights as looking at art and hanging out with Phoebe and Rachel. 41. He eventually settled on Bayern Munich as his next destination, learning the language before he got there so he could take his first press conference in German. 42. He spent around 5 hours a day with a German tutor in New York. That doesn't sound like a year off to me, mate. Get some vodka Red Bulls down you Zulu warrior. 43. Along with German, Pep Guardiola can also speak Catalan, Spanish, English and Italian. 44. At Bayern Munich he added 3 Bundesligas, 2 DFB Pokals, 1 UEFA Super Cup and another Club World Cup to his shiny collection. 45. Prepare yourself for a quick montage of records he broke at Bayern Munich because there's a fair few of them. In his first season at Bayern, he led them to the earliest point that a team has been crowned champions. He masterminded the most consecutive wins in Bundesliga history with 19. He achieved the most joint wins in a Bundesliga season with 29. His team conceded the least goals in the Bundesliga season with just 17. He became the first foreign coach to be crowned the champion of Germany 3 times, and he's also the first coach to win the Bundesliga in his first 3 attempts. That's nice. Back to normal now. 51. Despite all those incredible records, his record there was marred by his failure to win the Champions League for D. Roten, falling foul at the semi-final stage 3 times in a row. 52. Another, albeit less prestigious cup he failed to win at Bayern was the DFL Super Cup, losing on all 3 occasions. 53. However, if the Catalan man gets you to a final, there's a high chance he'll bring the cup home for you. He's won 15 out of 19 finals he's managed in. 54. His highest win percentage as manager was at Bayern in 2013-14 with 85.29%. 55. His worst season at manager was his first season with my beloved City with a 60.53% win percentage. 56. In his 10 seasons as manager, he's finished lower than first on only 2 occasions. 57. His first season at City started well with 10 consecutive wins, but he finished the league 3rd and went out in the Champions League in the round of 16 for the first time ever. Before that, he had always at least reached the semi-finals in every single season. 58. Daddy Guardiola isn't a fan of English football, regarding it as little more than long balls and running. Bit rude, mate. 59. Pep's teams have beaten Athletic Bilbao the most times, winning 10, drawing 4 and losing none. 60. He's got a reasonably strong record against Real Madrid, winning 9, drawing 4 and losing 4 against Los Blancos. 61. However, they are still the team that Pep has lost to most as manager, shared also with Borussia Dortmund. 62. He's unbeaten against 17 teams as a manager. 63. Pep has won every game he's managed in the Club World Cup and UEFA Super Cup. 64. His highest winning margin was a royal buggering of La Hospitalet in 2011, winning 9-0. 65. His worst defeats include 3 4-0 losses to Barcelona, Real Madrid and Everton. Everton, for f***'s sake, really? 66. The most money Pep has sanctioned for a transfer is €69.5 million for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. 67. Zlatan soon fell out with Guardiola, which was probably over Pep's decision to push him out the team to accommodate Messi. Zlatan called him a spineless coward. 68. However, Zlatan did also call him the best coach in the world, but that he's just not a man. 69. Samuel Eto'o seemingly agreed, saying that Guardiola never had the courage to say things to my face. 70. Sergio Busquets, however, absolutely loves Pep. He famously said there are just 2 people who could ever convince him to leave Barcelona, his wife or Pep Guardiola. 71. Guardiola also used to be busy mates with Mourinho, with them both knowing each other from when Pep was a player and Mourinho was a coach. 72. However, their relationship soured as they both achieved success. Guardiola has 9 wins to Mourinho's 4, with 6 ending in draws. 73. However, he's lost to the man who still can't manage to buy a defence after 4 transfer windows, losing 5 times to Jurgen Klopp. 74. He's beaten Joaquin Caparros the most times, winning 10, drawing 3, and losing none. 75. At Manchester City, he spent €457.3 million on just 17 players so far. And I don't care. Buy everyone, mate. Go crazy. It's not my money, for f***'s sake. Let's sign Harry Kane's leg for €12 billion. Who gives a shit? 76. Overall, Pep has been provided with €1 billion worth of players, spread across just 50 different players. Oh, he's bought all his success. Hang on, mate. Mourinho has spent €1.4 billion, so go suck an egg. 77. Pep himself, though, couldn't command a fee, only ever being transferred for €650,000 in total. 78. He's not afraid to drop or sell big names in his squad, with Joe Hart, Yaya Toure, Schweinsteiger, Zlatan, and Ronaldinho all falling foul of Pep's plans. 79. The player that Pep has utilised the most is unsurprisingly Lionel Messi, bestowing 219 appearances to the Argentinian. 80. Pep was instrumental in turning Messi into the legend that he's become. In 2009, before an El Clasico, Pep was working late in the office, trying to figure out a way to beat Real Madrid. He called Messi in and explained that he wants him to move into the false 9 position when he gives him the signal, and then to head towards the goal. His idea worked, and Barcelona beat Madrid 6-2 the following day. 81. Messi's goals grew with each season under Pep, culminating in Messi's best ever season by scoring 73 in just 60 games in Pep's last season before he left for Germany. 82. Pep is a big fan of golf, being Jose Maria Olazabal's guest on the final day of the 2012 Ryder Cup. He's not bad himself, scoring this incredible shot. 83. I bloody love Pep. But one thing I don't like about him is his love for Coldplay. His favourite song is Viva La Vida, and he listens to it prior to every game to get him pumped. You are so close to being perfect, Pep. So goddamn close. 84. Pep surprisingly has a lot of admiration for legendary lanky robot dancing man, Peter Crouch. During the 2006 World Cup, Pep wrote a column that said, Wayne Rooney is perhaps more decisive and beautiful to watch, but what's certain is that Crouch conditions you more. With Crouch you have to play Crouch's game, and playing Crouch's game gives you a lot. 85. The youngest player Pep has trusted to play for him was Gianluca Gaudino, giving him his debut at 17 years, 9 months and 11 days old. 86. Guardiola's personal assistant at Manchester City is 6-time water polo Olympian Manuel Estiarte. He's been with him since his time at Barcelona. 87. Pep Guardiola refuses to do one-on-one interviews with the press. He only does press conferences. 88. In 2014, Pep wore a shirt demanding justice for Jorge Lopez, an Argentinian journalist who was suspiciously killed in a road accident ahead of the World Cup. 89. Pep is an author, releasing My People, My Football in 2001, part biography and part guide to Pep's game. 90. However, if you'd like to read it, there are 2 problems. The first being that it's only available in Catalan, and the second is that it isn't available anywhere, with Pep having no interest in having it republished. 91. Pep used to ban his players from driving to training in their sports cars. Zlatan was obviously not impressed and turned up in his Ferrari Enzo. I think he scrapped that rule now. And that's it. Once again, I appreciate you all watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Follow me on Twitter, and until next week, have a mad one.